Hola, 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 hola. Hello, welcome. So tonight is a very special episode of P3P, the Oddcast. Um, Tonight I'm with my special guest, me. Hi, everyone. Let me stop. It's just me tonight, but I'm chilling. Honestly, I'm a little out of it. I'm feeling like a little loopy. I'm feeling exhausted today for some reason. Hello, Chad. Welcome to P3P the Oddcast. How are you doing tonight? Let me pop out my chat real quick. Because y'all know I don't trust the chat. I gotta pop it out and then click on my chat. It is. Feel free to tip your doorman on the way out if you had a good time. Where are you going? How are you doing? Oh, no problem. Here we try to keep things however we keep them here. So tired but grateful. How about you? What's your links? I got a mod. Oh. My links are subscribe to Chad Tarot. And thanks for stopping by. Also, if you could put don't like, don't share, don't subscribe, that would be amazing. Let me stop. But yeah, I'm doing really good today. I'm feeling just like extra exhausted for some reason. I don't know, I'm about to grab a water because I'm thirsty. But I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really grateful. We're coming up on the end of January, which is really wild to me because it's like, where has the month gone? And then if you could put thanks at the end of that with the winky emoji, that'd be great. But yeah, this month has been crazy. It's like flown by. And it's been so intense with so many realizations. It's just like realization after realization after realization. I do sound very bubbly, don't I? It's because while I may be exhausted, I am feeling great. I'm vibing high. I don't know, it's a really great night. I was exhausted. We were over at Chad Tarot's for the That's So Thursdays, and I'm in the chat just like really engaged with people. And I kind of didn't expect it, honestly. Like I tried to maintain a certain level of engagement, of course, because that's just who I am and what I like to do. But I don't know. I'm feeling something tonight. Clarinda, hello. Welcome, Clarinda. Welcome to P3P, the Oddcast, 1D. How are you doing tonight, Clarinda? What is Venus in right now? It might still be in Pisces. Let me grab my phone. Because I think Venus chills in the sign for a hot second. So. Stop. I'm only like slant a celebrity. If I have any claim to celebrity, it's because like you can catch me in Chat Tarot Thursdays, Fridays, and sometimes on Sundays. And then yeah, it's like I'm the person that hangs around with the Kardashians, so like they know who I am, even though I'm not like famous by myself. You know what I mean? But how are you doing tonight, Clarinda? I hope things are turning around for you. Let's see. Let's open Time Nomad. There was one day where the sun in Capricorn was trining my moon in Taurus, and the moon in Scorpio was trining my moon. No, the moon in Scorpio was trining my sun in Pisces and my Mars in Cancer. And it was all happening at the same time. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. I have a sun moon trine and a moon sun trine. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait, yeah. Venus is still in Pisces at 12 degrees. Neptune is in Pisces at 16 degrees. So we're coming up on a Neptune-Venus conjunction. I'm sure that'll be cool. The Sun and Mercury are both in Aquarius. I don't think the Sun is going to catch up to Mercury unless Mercury goes retrograde. The Moon is in Capricorn at 25 degrees, so the Moon should be in Aquarius by the time we wake up in the morning over here in the States. The Moon, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn are all in Capricorn right now. Oh, snap. Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, what? The Pluto-Saturn conjunction is at about an orb right now, so it's a little further. The hit already happened. Jupiter is 11 degrees, so it's lagging behind. I don't know when that Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is supposed to happen. Mars is in Sagittarius still. Mars has been lagging. And Uranus is still in Taurus. But it doesn't look like it's retrograde anymore? Question mark. So that's interesting. Yeah, that's where the planets are. Those are the transits for now. Ooh, oh my gosh, there goes my phone. No problem. What are y'all talking about? He's good cop, I'm bad cop. I thought you didn't like being bad cop. Or you just don't want to be bad cop when it comes to karma and dharma? Okay. Oh, you still got a headache. I hope it goes away soon. Same. Yeah. So I'm going to be going to bed on... It's actually cool on occasions. I'm going to be going to bed at the top of the hour. So in approximately, 38 minutes? Because my grandmother... I guess we kind of end up going to Planet Fitness together yesterday. Girl, after on air, how late are you trying to be up? What? I might be asleep. But yeah, yesterday I asked my grandma. Yesterday was Wednesday, right? Yeah, I asked my grandma. I was like, "Hey, are you going to buy McDonald's today?" Because they brought the spicy McChickens back, and at first I was craving the French fries from McDonald's, but now I'm craving the spicy McChickens. And she was like, "Yeah, I'll be going to Planet Fitness, and the Planet Fitness is like close to McDonald's." And so I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go with you," because I've been wanting to move and do other stuff. True. True. It is a Friday night, but we'll see. So we went to Planet Fitness for a little bit, and I guess she also went today. But now she was like, "Hey, Patrick, like, be ready to go to Planet Fitness at 8:30 in the morning." I'm like, 8:30? I ain't been getting out of bed until like noon. What? But I do want to clean up my sleep schedule because then it'll put me in a position to, like, if I'm sleeping better, I'll be in a position to more easily adapt to whatever opportunity is coming to me. And I want to make sure I'm ready for that. I just had the thought the other day. So sometimes when you have a thought like that, it's because a manifestation is coming in. I've actually been drinking a lot more water lately. My mom has been on a vegetables kick. What are checker fries? What? Oh, Checkers. I've never had Checkers. Oof, that's a bold claim, Chad. People were always talking about In-N-Out. I wanted In-N-Out for at least a good decade before I got In-N-Out. And then I go to In and Out and I'm like, it's not bad, but yes. And low key sexy. I stand by Checkers fries. Alright, well, I have to give them a try. Oh, okay. I've never had Rallies either. We don't have them in my hometown. We don't need our McDonald's isn't even open 24/7 anymore, so it's kind of tragic. I guess it isn't, but yeah, my grandma's got to be coming through at 8:30, so I'm gonna be going to bed a little earlier tonight. Um, I ended up doing the Akashic Records reading. I think I've told both of you about this, but for the folks listening in, I guess I ended up doing the Akashic Records reading and the Book of Maps last night. I took a nap. Is that my grandma Yoshi? I ended up taking a nap. One second, y'all. I'm sorry. One second, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm being so rude. I've gotten into a habit now of whenever I'm like out in public or whenever I'm doing something and then I pull out my phone, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm such a millennial. I think it's funny. Um, oh, seasoned and crunchy. Okay, I do love a seasoned fry. Oh wow. Oh, see, that's the when you come into that. That's all that Scorpio energy probably that you're coming into, and your Venus is in Pisces and your Sun is in Pisces. So hey, I don't know what that means, but just naturally, everybody want it sometimes. And whenever you come into yourself and you get more like self love and self confidence and stuff like that radiates outward, and people can like pick up on it. Daydreaming and off in a daze. Whew. Yeah, I'm so tired though. Let me take a sip of my water. That is really cute, low key. So I was in Planet Fitness on the one of the like incline biking machine things, and like the music is playing, and then I just get this vibe of like biking by a beach, with a very special friend of mine. I'm gonna start giving y'all nicknames. Precious is Patrick's nickname. Why? Because I never mind. Let me stop. Have y'all ever seen that movie, Loki? Have you seen? Were you the person that I was talking to? Or was that Miyoshi? I know Miyoshi's seen Lord of the Rings, I'm pretty sure. But I was telling somebody I haven't seen any of The Hobbit. You are wild tonight. I'm gonna call you on Skype and get you up on here. Keep it up. Keep playing. Um, but yeah, I was in Planet Fitness and like I didn't want to be a weirdo, and just like close my eyes and bike, but like I honestly I wanted to like really get into the vibe. Um, and I don't know, I just saw this like image of like biking down by a beach, and I don't even really like beaches, but it was cool. It's deleted on your phone. You wait, you deleted Skype? For real? Just get on your computer then. You ain't delete Skype. Wait, did you really delete Skype? I mean, you don't have to download it. You love beaches? See, I'm not necessarily a water Pisces. See, and then sand, you get all, then you be all sandy. You got Cancer in your chart somewhere? Be a little hermit crab on the beach. Um, oh, that makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. I forgot you did that. Um, but what else? Oh, um, yeah, I did the Akashic Records reading last night. That was very interesting. Beach crab. I'm leaving. What? No, don't go. I only have 29 more minutes and then I'm going to sleep. Let me call you up real quick and crawl away. We went to Orlando when I was in the 5th grade, and we went to one of the beaches, and they had these huge, like, what are they, horseshoe crabs maybe? And like people, they were like everywhere. And I'm like, what are these things? And then somebody like had one picked up or something. Sand gets everywhere, places you don't want to know, and I didn't even get in the water. Yeah. Yeah, and then we went to the little showers. It was me and my younger brother. And there was some lady there, like, I mean, she was just using the shower, but she was like fairly well endowed in the chestal area. And she like washing the sand out, and here's us like two little kids. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? um but I can help you look, Chad, in some of those hard to see areas. I ain't getting no sand in mine, but I'll help you check yours if you want. If you need the help, help a friend out. I'll help a buddy out. Why not? Yeah. Like, she wasn't like full on, like, um, whatever, but like she was wearing a bikini, and like she had a pretty big chest. Yes, spas. I want to go. I wanted to have a spa day a while ago, but it never happened. I'm pulling out the novelty cards because I felt drawn to them. Excuse me. Let me get my spinnies. I honestly love these cards so much. Even though on the back it says, warning, for novelty purposes only, anything could be a tool. Chillaxin. We have the Eight of Swords unicorn at the top of the deck. I wonder if I read like this, like the card could be anything. I could be lying. I could be like, oh my gosh, the lovers just popped out. And the Two of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, and the Emperor, and the Empress. What? Crazy. And the Four of Wands. Oh my gosh. Hello.
Hey,
Hi, welcome to P3P the Oddcast. How are you tonight?
I'm good. Happy 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Yeah. Well, I told her to step off, but she was like, huh? And I was like, what? And she was like, huh? And I was like, huh? So, I'm just kidding. That's a Britney. I'm Britney's scared.
Which card? Oh wait, are we both gonna pull cards? Clorinda was like, oh, "You should both pull cards." Do you have
What deck do you want?
Do you have your novelty deck accessible or no? Is it like put up?
It's all the way in the box.
Oh.
With all the boxes. I'm sorry, I don't really use that one to be honest, but it's all packaged up.
That's fine. That's like the only deck that we both have though. We could do another stars.
We need to level up and get like matching bracelets or like a cool new deck that we like resonates with both of us, and then do some double readings.
Oh, see, Clorinda was just like, "Hey, like, have y'all ever thought about double readings or both going live?" And I was like, "Well, Chad's talked about it."
Well, I would totally do it. Like the minute that you're comfortable with it and ready to do it, I would totally do some double readings with you, and then we could split the charges. Like somehow we could, figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can both be making a little money, and then I feel like that would get us even more clarification for people too.
See, I feel like I'm coming up on this realization that I'm a lot better at reading like.
Hold on, listen to this real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want to play this real quick.
Okay.
I mean, I told her to step off, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "No, you don't." And she was like, "Huh?" And I was like,
I think I've actually seen that before.
I love when she gets like.
Silly.
When she plays characters like that back in the day on SNL, she was so good at just being goofy.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, honestly, like, that's the Sag in her. Because Sag is also that, like, super jovial, super happy, or it's supposed to be. And I honestly feel like... What?
The girl that I hugged, like, I found out she was a Sagittarius today. Like, the girl that I hugged on my first day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she thought that I was a Sagittarius because of all my fire. She's like, "You have so much fire in you." I saw it, and I was like, "You're probably looking at my Leo moon."
Well, Sagittarius and Pisces are both ruled by Jupiter, so there was some kind of connection there between the two.
But before this week, I didn't really know any Sagittariuses.
One of my best friends is a Sagittarius. The chalkboard is a Sagittarius.
Chalkboards. I'm so happy that it took off. Little chalkboards.
I think that's the Mercury and Aquarius. Because I feel like my Mercury and Pisces would be like come up with some kind of different like analogy, but like Aquarius would do something that's like really out there.
Right. I feel like you more so got the analogy when I kind of explained it on the after hours. You were like, "Oh, that makes more sense."
Yeah. Well, then I guess. No, I did watch it before. Yeah. Then when you talked about it a little bit, oh snap! The world is at the bottom of the deck now. What's on top? On top is the devil. Whoa! What's behind the devil though?
See, I told you that devil.
The Fool is behind the devil.
That devil's pissed off.
And the Queen of Swords is behind the Fool.
Oh, good, because it's Aquarius.
Yeah.
And I do have that too, little Aquarius in there, and I feel like that's where my sword comes out, like that mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do have that mean side where I can be a little vicious.
You what? Vicious? Huh? What? I see.
But the thing is, I don't like to be vicious like that. It's just like part of the world. Like,
oh, Joyce is a Sagittarius. Okay.
Huh?
Joyce is a Sagittarius. I guess. I think that's what Clorinda's saying. You can't read the chat, can you?
Oh, I'm in there, but it's not live.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to make it live, but I feel like I'm missing some stuff, but it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Hopefully Clorinda's doing amazing.
But yeah, the Sagittarius, I feel like Sagittarius might be one of the hardest signs to be, or one of the harder signs to be, because I feel like astrologically they're supposed to be like super happy and carefree and free, but with life that's not, like, it doesn't always happen. So then they kind of get stuck in these, like, I don't know, they can get a little vicious. A lot of the ones I know, it's not that I don't like them, I just think that they Jupiter weird.
I honestly don't know too much about Sagittariuses. Like I said, I really have not met anyone that with the Sagittarius that I knew in the past, except for like this week, and then the whole Brittany thing. I found out with Sagittarius like probably 2 years ago, so that was very recent too. And then she spoke about astrology like a couple months ago, and she's never ever done that. Right, and it's kind of weird because a part of me feels like because some of the shit that she says, like remember I was talking about the animals, like we had no voice and we could only communicate with our eyes and our actions, like how would that be? Or it's like the next day she posts a video of her with her dog, and she's like, "What if we were animals and like we couldn't talk to each other? Like how would that be?" And that got deleted. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and there's been like weird things. Like she's never talked about spirituality or like stuff like that. And I saw her get a tarot reading.
Avinia is one. Oh snap!
What?
What were you saying? Avinia is a Sagittarius too.
Okay.
What were you saying? That's Glenda's niece.
But no, so it's like I saw a video of her getting a tarot reading that I never saw before, which was ironic. I found that in like December, and a part of me feels like she's getting into the spiritual world. I don't know. I feel like she's lurking on Twitter or some shit. Like, it's just weird. Some things that have been posted.
Bye, Costa.
I said it. What?
Costa's leaving. Okay.
Bye, Costa.
It's so weird that you bring that up though, because like over the summer, I started here. Like I was walking through Starbucks to get back to the dorm I was staying in or whatever, because I worked on campus over the summer.
Right.
And I hear somebody was talking about like, what's your sun, moon, and rising? I was like, wait, what? And then it's like the more I feel like I got into spirituality and like astrology and stuff like that, the more I would hear it in passing in my day-to-day life.
Right.
And like, because I was talking to this one girl, and then she was like, well, like thoughts become things. So like, watch your thoughts. And I was like, oh, you know about the law of attraction? What? It's just
totally
crazy.
True, man. Like we talk about shit that happens to me, and it's like, I don't know how it happens. Like, we talk about the connections that I get or the people that I talk to sometimes, and it's just, I do it. But that's what we have to do. We just have to do it. Not be afraid of looking dumb or getting turned down. I think you just have to go for it. Unless if you don't, you're never going to get your goals. You're never going to get your dream. And, like, I feel like back in the day when there was, like, bodyguards or whatever at concerts and people would give them mixtapes, like, that's how some people got found,
Wait, what?
Like back in the day, before there was all this technology, at concerts there would be like bodyguards, and you would give them your mixtape or like a CD, and like, try to get them to listen to that. And if it was good enough, like they would do something with it. It's like the same concept. You have to go after what you want, whether it's in school, work, a person, and there's always the possibility of getting turned down or people telling you no, but it's not going to end your life.
Right.
And then, or you could just sit there and be like, what if I did that? What if I did that? And just not do anything. And that's not fun.
Exactly. I think I might. Well, no, I'm good. And that's one thing that, like, honestly, for me, I've always had more of a fear of acceptance than rejection.
Yeah, I get that too. It's like standing in the line to get picked for dodgeball and you get picked left pass.
Well, because it was like, because there were some things like I feel like I was really comfortable in my misery for a while. And so there would be some times when I told somebody that I liked them, but I was kind of just doing it to like get over it. So like it was like, all right, hurry up and like reject me, say you don't like me, so I can get over it and like move on with my life.
Really?
Yeah. But then whenever it came to like someone who like thought,
she's back.
Oh, welcome back, Clarendale. Whenever it came to someone who like I thought might actually reciprocate those feelings, that's when I would freak out. Because I was like, what if they say that they like me too? Like, what do I do then? I think I'm just gonna say, oh, it's just kidding, haha, lol.
I can relate to that though, but it's different. Because, like, I feel like a true love or someone that is your soulmate, you're going to have this feeling where you feel completely safe with them and you're not nervous, but you're also getting the butterflies and you're getting anxious. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you feel calm, but you're also, like, kind of, like, your anxiety gets up. Does that make sense? Like, you feel it both at the same time. That's what I heard about a soulmate.
suffer from anxiety too much?
Do I?
You say you do, girl?
Oh, I definitely do, and it's like as I gotten older, that's where it's gotten worse. Because like being a male and like as a child, I was pretty much like you could tell I was gay, and then I guess I got older, my voice got deeper, and I just got a little bit more manlier. But I'm still me.
Yeah.
And it's like I still feel like I'm coming out to certain people. Every time I do something new, I feel like I'm coming out. So that's why it's pretty cool on the channel where I'm fully out. But the main point was you make me feel safe and like excited at the same time. And the things that make me nervous is if I see a truly physical, like attractive guy that's like, oh my god, out of this world. Because I've never ever been with a man that I've ever thought was like insane that like made me so scared where I run because I run every time. But it's like I want to still try that. Like on this lifetime, I still want to try that. But what I was talking about is like you do make me feel safe and very excited at the same time, and that's a true connection.
Clorinda says, same. She said, yes, excited. I felt that with Mark. Best feeling safe and excited, butterflies too. I thought you were talking about a soulmate though, Chad. Like, so who are you? I thought you were talking about like a soulmate or something though. Like, so like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about soulmate. I'm talking about like your other half that split up at birth that you have to find. Like, I feel like this person, when you're not looking in their eyes, you're nervous when you're around them. But the minute you lock eyes, it's like you're calm, you're at ease, you are placing someone's hand that is not going to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only when the eyes are connected, and then like you're anxious when you're not because you like the person so much.
Yeah. I feel like there are definitely I guess I do kind of feel that in a way. Because do I believe in it? That's a question that's gotten me that I've never been able to make up my mind. I'm a Pisces, so
I get that, so am I, and we can be very in depth and deep. But do you really believe in it?
I guess now that I know what I know, I will say that I believe that when you lock eyes with someone, it is possible to feel a very deep, immediate, like soul resonance type of feeling, right?
Right, but that can change real quick as you learn more about that person, So that's what questions me.
Well, like for me, I've never like looked at someone like that and then the relationship didn't work out or we don't end up being friends.
Sean, like I swear, the minute I met him, there was this. He was drunk as shit. I came over to his house around midnight, and I never go to people's houses ever. Like I had them come to my house, which he wanted me to go to his house. So yeah, and we were talking for 2 weeks too. And this is when I was celibate for like 2 years. Just got off doing the second Christian film that was in Michigan. And I went to his house and he opened the door and he looked at me and he was like smaller in person.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he was cute, but he looked at me like, yeah, you'll do. But I looked at him like, oh, I could love this person. And then down the road, 5 months, I'm like, oh, I fucking hate this person. You're a fucking lie, hiding your toxic shit. So I don't know if I believe in true love at first
sight. Girl.
What? Oh shit, I can't talk about this because I have a restraining order. I can't say his name. Well, hopefully no one saw that. I've heard that.
Well, I mean, nobody knew until you said anything, so.
Well, yeah, but you want to hear about that restraining order too?
Sure.
Which is ridiculous. And it's crazy because today I was driving home from school and I drove past like the apartment that he purchased like right after the breakup that he's not living at anymore. And I was like, I got this weird stomach drop feeling like I can't believe that my parents gave him all that money. I let him in my house. He lied to me so bad, hurt me, and I still am getting this stomach dropping feeling where I care for him. And I'm like, no, fuck that. And the reason he got the restraining order is because I called him like a million fucking times, texting him nonstop, being completely flamboyant, annoying, to get the answers out of him because that's all I fucking wanted to move on. Mm-hmm. And instead, he goes to the fucking judge and a detective who ends up calling me and tells me, are you doing this? Because I did make a profile on Grindr exposing him. Because, he had sex with me for like 7 months unprotected because we both, I thought that we were both clean, and that's what we prided ourselves on. We were in a committed relationship. We didn't have to worry about catching anything, so we could have sex raw. Sorry, this is TMI. But then I find out when he has no home that he has genital herpes. And I'm like, you're kidding. And I just got home from therapy and like he's like, yeah, no, I'm not kidding. I'm like well, how do I process this? Because I really think you're joking.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to put you on the street. You know, you just put me in a fucked up position. So what do? I accept it, and I tell myself, you know, if I do catch this, at least I'm with the person that I love, and we'll be together forever. So that was so selfless of me to do, and I'm really upset at myself for that.
Well, first of all, release the. I wouldn't. Just keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. It's like I like to hear what you say, but it's only so right. It's just he went with that 53-year-old, and it just baffles my mind that he was staying at my cottage after he fought me and tried to fight my stepdad, and he's like living at my cottage for like a month, and he starts hooking up with this 53-year-old and having people at my cottage fucking them, and just like so disrespectful. And it got me thinking, like, I'm not gonna stop going after what I know is rightfully mine, because I know I'm a good person. I know that I can be what was that word? Misconstrued by people, and I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I don't have to prove anything to them, because I know in my soul I'm a good person. And it's just like, I don't know, I'm just thinking about the past a little bit. I'm really over it, especially with the Ryan thing too. I'm over that. I feel like I'm more boss bitch than they will ever be. So, you know.
Wait, did you just snap? Or no?
No, I just drank my water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of jumping back into this little respectful, but also going to stick up for myself energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you feel comfortable sharing that with us here at P3P The Oddcast.
Because honestly, like, when you are hurt for so long and you're talked to and you're made to think you're something that you're not, at a certain point, you got to say no. And you got to get rid of all that and say, I have to put my foot down. And if I have to get a little mean, to be honest, I'm going to do it.
Well, some people honestly don't reach that point, though. Some people just, they internalize it and then they walk around and they start, you know, they just start feeling that type of way and they never really reach the point where they're like, you know, this isn't me.
Right. They learn to, like, cope with it and, like, I feel like they start to live with it. And then it changes them even more. That's how I feel like bitter people who are old get bitter.
Yeah.
Because they lose themselves. They did not stay connected with their child's soul.
Yep. What came out today? You're like, I think someone's like focused on healing their inner child.
Yeah, and you know what's funny too, man?
What?
If we talk about the tests, I feel like I healed mine, and now I feel like people are gonna have to heal theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really serious, because it's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror now, and I'm like, damn, like, you are such a gorgeous person. Like, you have such a good heart, and like, you're funny, and you're a good guy, and you treat people good. And I'm like, damn, I've never talked to myself like this in the mirror. And sending you the videos and me being, like, you know, more comfortable, I'm just like, this is me. This is me.
Yeah.
And watching all the ritual dancing and, like, their skimpy outfits that they had, like, showing pretty much their whole body, and the men would do it too. I'm like, this is where I come from. I know I have some passive ritual dancing because I'm just too good at this, and there's spirit, and I know that I can get mounted from it. I've got it before tarot with dancing. I know that a spirit can come into you when you're feeling the energy. You know, I just know about it now.
Yeah.
And that's cool, because I can be like, hey, like, Chad can drive sometimes, or hey, Spirit, you can drive sometimes. But it's like we got a working relationship.
You can't see Clarenda, can you?
What?
Clarenda says she believes in love at first sight. That was her again with Mark. Didn't realize it at the time. Then she said cut those cords when you were talking about how your stomach still drops when you drive by. And then she said, yeah, I think everyone has to do this in 2020 as far as healing the inner child. And I believe I said it on my channel the other night, and I told you, Chad, when you told me that, like, that's what you were doing.
But you told me this a while ago. Like, you told me this when I started breaking down my channel. And probably before that, I feel like.
Well, yeah, but, like, me saying it and then you being at a point where, like, you're ready to actually start doing it are, like, two different things. Right?
Right. But I think I know the meaning of the pregnancy card that I kept getting.
Oh, snap. Clarenda just grabbed some cards.
Yeah, I think that pregnancy message was, hey, reconnect with the baby Chad. Reconnect with where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I'm so fucking blessed because I love that all this drama happened because it really made me think like, oh, I'm going to stay on the ground. Hell yeah, I'm going to stay on the ground, but I ain't done growing yet. Mm. And I got my real family right here, my babies. And yeah, and I want to be there for you guys.
I'll be there for you. What song is that? That's Prince.
That Brandy song, I forget the name of it. Right
I
Here
Will
is
Die
so
For You.
good.
No, that's what? It's some Prince song. I don't know. My dad used to play that all the time. I know that if you play Prince on a Facebook Live, your live will get shut down like immediately.
Prince was badass, man, and I wasn't even a big Prince fan, but I want to do that. I just want to be me, a little flamboyant, a little sexy, a little fashionista, but amazing musician, amazing person, very spiritually connected, and enlightening. I think he may have done more than MJ, but I think MJ got really into the industry.
Mm-hmm. I think he just might have been a little more family friendly.
When did Prince get famous? Do you know?
When did he what?
When did Prince get famous? Do you know?
Oh no, I have no clue.
See,
I'm too young for all of that.
If he had a childhood, like a regular childhood, that's probably why he conducted himself more like cool. Because, you know, when you're growing up in the industry, you tend to stay in that mindset, and you never really have an authentic growing up and where you're learning the morals and the values because things are different. And that's what I'm also thinking too, is I'm so freaking happy for my upbringing. I love my childhood. Yes, there's hurt, but I love it. And I'm thankful for it, and nothing can take that away. So I'm definitely ready for the startup. But I'm definitely doing a video.
I love it.
I love it too, and I love it for everybody. We all deserve queens and kings and, you know, everywhere. But it's got me thinking about the world, though, and other cultures and how they view America. Being out, you can get beat up and murdered, and it's illegal and stuff, and it's like, you know, being publicly out is a big step. Not a lot of people can do that.
Mm-hmm. I have like 3 minutes left.
I know, I pretty much talked the whole time, sorry.
No, it's fine. Clorinda says, love you both so much too. I think you guys would make an amazing duo together. The universe is your limit.
Oh, we already are. We are a duo.
What? We're a duo?
Yeah, like, you know that. We've talked about that. We're a duo. We're living our life. We're flowing. We're connecting. We're talking, being honest, and feeling everything out.
Yeah, that is one thing that like I super appreciate though, and I've told you that.
Me too.
It's just that like I feel like I can like actually talk to you. Yeah. It's just been
honestly,
so.
I don't put out emotions like that and kind of like say, hey, like, I need you to be there for me, like look at me, like. But it's only when I'm really fighting for that person and they're about to leave.
Dude, because I asked you when I said like, do you need anything in this moment? I was like it because I feel like at the time I was out of it. I was out of the game. But then when you were just like, you know, I just need a friend, I was like, well, you know, I could be a friend, whatever. Like, so you don't need me right now. But I guess I didn't like. But like, yeah, when you say that, then. I don't know. It's just like, hey, dude, like, you know, I'd appreciate some you time or some. I don't know.
The reason that I was so hasty in saying that, because to me, a friend is a glorious word and something that should not be fucked with. You should never betray a friendship, especially a true one, if the person's honest with you and they're there for you and they care and you laugh and you have good chemistry, because that to me is a friend. And I don't think, you know, I have Trevor. You know, I had Ryan from the childhood, but I know what a friend is. I know how to be there for a person, especially someone I love, and I've never abandoned anybody. So I expect the people that say that they love me and care for me not to abandon me, and if I sense that, I'm going to be like, hey, you're abandoning me right now. Like, what the hell? And I think you felt that too, and you're like, no, I can't do that. Like, I want to hear him out.
Yeah.
And look at us now. You know what I'm saying?
I applaud you for getting through to me, because I am not easy to get through to, especially once like I'm already in that mode.
You're not easy to get through to because not everyone has this personality where I can just nudge my little sperm head up in there and say, hey. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an egg and be like, hey, what's up in here? Because not a lot of people do that. And I know that you have a lot inside of you, a lot of like comedic elements and a lot of knowledge and a lot of sass. And I see the start of it kind of coming out.
A little sass.
The knowledge though is all out, but I'm talking about the sass and like your funny, playful side.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I had that. Well, had it locked up tight. You get in there. You right. You get in there sometimes.
I like to get in there.
I know. I know you do. I can tell.
I really do like to explore. I'm a very curious cat. I was wiggling my way up in there.
How's Angel Baby?
She's good. She's passed out. Like she cuddled me so hard this morning. That's why I didn't want to get out of bed, and then I had to leave her. And then I came back home from school. I got on the couch. She like crawled right in my arms. That's when I took that nap. And then she's like passed out on the couch right now.
Hey, I'm glad. You know, Angel Baby can take a break and just like love life. You know.
Right. Yeah.
She's like, now I don't have to work so hard.
Well, the reading you did on her the other night though was on point, and I've never asked about my cat.
Oh snap.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad something was on point because I don't know. I just feel like so many times I'm like reading for like 5 to 7 months down the line.
What do you mean?
I don't know because I feel like whenever I do like a reading, like some of it'll resonate at that point at that time, but I feel like it doesn't really come to pass until like further down the line. Like even the videos that I send you, because then. Like, I'm just now being like, oh, snap, this reminds me of that one video I sent you in September. Remember that one reading I did?
Oh, well, I've been feeling like that, too. A part of me has been feeling like, I feel like I keep repeating myself. And I don't want to do that.
With what? What do you mean?
Like, that's another big reason why I had to take a step back is because I felt like everything was merging together. Everything was, like, blending. And I'm like, I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. You know, like, oh, there's a separation. The karmic's being put to bed, the divineness wants to come back, but I mean, you know, each situation is different. But I'm like, you know, like, I don't know. It's just.
I get that.
And I know the messages have been changing and they're different, but a part of me feels like, you know, a lot of it is very similar.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like when we reached that one point, I was like, hey, I don't think I can like read for you anymore.
Yeah.
Some of that.
Literally, though, you just like were my personal little reader, and I like every day. I would wake up to a new link, and this would be like the starting line, like, "Hey, Chad, like I'm gonna try to keep this short." 2 hours later, like, "Okay, I try to keep this short, but hopefully you like this." It was really cute.
And then it's like an hour and a half long video.
But they were like on point though, like what you said were so true, and the ones that weren't resonating as much, I need to go back and check them out because maybe they happened or maybe something has changed. You know?
I think for some of them. Just like the stuff that you've shared as you've grown, like there have definitely been times where I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what I was talking about in that one video a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
I'm just super grateful and thankful for you. Like I said, you were the very first person that pretty much found me and has stuck by my side and has heard me out. And, you know, I've changed for you too. Hopefully you've seen that. And I've tried to alter my kind of like fighting ways with people, you know, not going off the mouth and being rational. Well, you're a big part of that.
Hold on, wait. Clarinda says that's true. Channeling DF and DM is a complicated business, so the cards would feel like they are the same.
Right.
Well, I don't want you to feel like you have to change for me, though, right?
No. That change is good. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel like a full adult. Now I feel whole. It's because that immaturity part, that gap, was not getting filled. And now I feel like this whole sense of responsibility with the channel and then meeting you and like listening to your wisdom and how you look at things. You look at both ends of the spectrum. But you know me, when I believe something, I'm really going to believe it. But I have learned to like stay more calm. And fighting with my mom is making me realize I don't want to get angry and yelling because that's just not what I want.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing that like, and that's something that, because I did my Inspired Read #1 Throwback Edition But I did that carpet read, which was a shout out to the early days of Chad Tarot for y'all that don't know. I like
That
how I'm
was
getting like
real,
real
too.
podcasty.
Yeah.
It's something about the carpet. I don't know what it is.
I should come back on the carpet
You should.
next week. It's just like I hate taking everything down now.
Oh.
But I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a poll this week though for tomorrow, so hopefully at the end people vote. I think.
Wait, when did you put it up?
What?
When did you put it up?
For what up?
The poll.
Oh, it's not up yet. It's on a card on the video that tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha.
So it's between a DNF energy check-in, like an actual recorded one, dedicated, or a DN hidden secrets, or a karmic hidden motives. So, what do you think will take the cake? I think DN secrets.
Chad's card, I just sent you both. Wait.
Let me check. 7 of action. Ooh, I like it.
Action? Who getting some action?
You're being called upon to claim your personal power. Feel confident as your angels will give you the strength to say no. Ooh, I like that.
Amen.
When it's the right thing to do for yourself, your struggle may actually stem from an unresolved inner conflict. Ooh, rather than a conflict with others. See, that's where all of my anger comes from, is my inner self. It's not other people. It's like my own issues that I have to deal with. And then dealing with people that are trying to come at you, it's like, no, I don't have any time for you, because my only, competition right now is myself.
Yeah. Ow. I wanted to do a deep condition. Was this mine?
Forgiveness is key. Before the live today, I was re-listening to this song over and over again called Forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it in my music messages.
What were you talking about? Oh, with the carpet read, yeah. And you were like, wow, I'm really starting to see what you were talking about when you were talking about not reacting or something like that.
Well, you know what though? That's my key. Because I've always reacted. I've always given a response, like an angry, agitated, get my energies up.
Oh, five emotion was on the bottom.
When you don't do that, it's gonna really piss people off.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to piss people off, but it's just I'm taking my own power back, and that's gonna make people mad.
Yeah, because there was this one dude in, I think I was in 7th or 8th grade, and he was like, I bet I can annoy you, and I was like, you are not gonna annoy me, because all I have to do is literally not care about you, and
I'm sorry.
And then he got mad at me because he couldn't annoy me. I'm like, well, I told you wouldn't be able to do it. So
up, don't try to play me and then get mad when I don't play the game.
Right. I was like, I told you I wasn't doing this. But yeah, and I think that's one of the things where it's it's tricky, and that's why I don't know. It's one of those things that's easier said than done, and it's another one of those things where we all have our limits and we all have a certain capacity, or it's we reach that point where enough is enough and something has to be said.
Right.
But yeah, that was the thing. It's and that's something that I guess I learned early on, because I did have an extremely short fuse growing up, so I had to learn that lesson early. It's people are doing this just to make you mad, and you react every single time. So you're showing them exactly where your buttons are, and then they push your buttons and you respond like you always do. It's you're their little puppet plaything, robot toy thing. And I was like, wow, not only am I not trying to get in trouble anymore, but also I'm not going to give people the satisfaction of doing that to me. No.
You're totally right. Yeah.
Sorry. But there is it is there is a certain power that you reclaim when you stop reacting to stuff like that, like you said. So.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And the thing is I haven't really learned that concept of not reacting until I started this channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you've grown. I knew you, very, 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 very briefly before you started it, and not extremely well.
You came and found me. You found me. You're that's my present. I want to open that shit up, and I'm like, hey, it's not your birthday. Hold up. Yeah, it's yours, but stop. But you know.
I'm just like...
That both wrapped tight, though.
I was like, maybe it's not my present. Like, maybe it's not my gift. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I was just confused. But yeah, you've grown like exponentially since you started your channel, and like even before that, to get to the point where you actually start a channel requires some growth. Like, even if you don't necessarily think you're gonna succeed when you do it, the fact that you still did it, speaks volumes.
Right. You want to know my feeling when I first started?
What?
Like, after I watched a lot of readings, being sad and stuff, I was like, I really think that I could maybe do this and be successful. And so then that's how that happened. And then, but I was like, after I started doing it, because it was only Pisces, I had to evolve and like do all signs and learn all that stuff. I was like, if it does not happen, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done.
But it happened.
It did, yeah.
Is this an ace? Oh, snap. Your card. So I got the Ace of Thought up top and the Helper of Emotion on the bottom.
Ooh.
Interesting.
What was 111. The Ace of what?
The Ace of Thought. Ace of Thoughts catch me out here on the corner, S&D.
See, listen to that. I love that.
Let me stop. This video is not there yet. I'm just playing. It probably won't be anyway, but Ace of Thoughts. This cherub has arrived to congratulate you for... Huh?
It's 111, make a wish.
Yeah. You got your wish done?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this cherub is black. Yes. Okay. This cherub has arrived. This is Ace of Thoughts again. Ace of Thoughts. This cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea, which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoughtfully with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections to perfect your plan.
They really were.
Right?
Course corrections.
Ooh. And then the Helper of Emotion on the bottom. Oh, girl, Clarendon, I ain't reading this. I'll read it. Oh, these are cards that Clarendon pulled, by the way, for us.
Does it say cream?
No.
Oh.
It does not say cream. Cream, heavy whipping cream, is actually what my mom made us go into the store to get the other day. Fun fact. I know. Right? It was actually pretty good. She made creamy spinach, and I was like, first I was like, ugh, I don't want to eat this, and then it was like actually really good. So the Helper of Emotion. Romance blooms, and you find yourself falling in love. Gifts of flowers, love letters, and poems read aloud are all in your future. Marriage proposals, weddings, and past life connections are possible. Someone new who is romantic, dreamy, and emotional may enter your life. This person could be an artist who's an idealist about love. Interesting.
That sounds so mean. Idealist in love? How low? I'm taking a dab real quick.
It says poem, LOL.
I used to write poems, and they were fucking good. Like in 2nd and 3rd grade, my brother picked up my poem book. He's like, "You did not write these," and I'm like, "Yes, I did." And I started crying. He's like, "No, you didn't." I'm like, "Yes, I did." He's like, "They're too good." I literally started crying because I wrote them myself.
I don't know if I've ever done poetry. It's never like I love to write, honestly. I don't know if you could tell that from my little readings that I recorded in the journal app. But I love to write. But what's the poem about?
Oh, it was like a book of poems back in the day. Hold on.
Well, no, I'm asking Clarendon. It says poem, LOL. I told you. And the poem. Wait, what poem? What's the poem? Am I missing the poem? I'm confused. I'm a little tired, so that might be why. But yeah, I love to write. Not poetry though. Well, actually, I don't mind.
Like, real quick, one line that I wrote that always stuck in my mind was like, I forget how it goes. It's like, your face, God, so perfectly traced. I remember I was really proud of that one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Who was it about? Or was it just
I don't know. It was like, I just wrote it because I'm like that, like, lovey-dovey guy, and that's who I've always been as like a kid.
Chad said he wrote a poem? Question mark. Yes, Chad used to write poetry
when I was really young, and this was like on, you know, typing it up on my Word and just printing it out and just stapling the pages together and saying it's a book.
Oh, okay? I love that.
That's what that's like. It's like, you know, a little kid would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how I said I don't really like to read? I actually used to like to read poetry.
I used to love to read when I was a child. No,
I do not like large blocks of text. I can't.
Girl, that's every message I send you.
I know, and that's why I told you from the get-go, you need to break these up.
Well, I don't want to send like 10 tiny ones when I could just send...
I send, you know me, I send like 20 tiny ones sometimes.
Yeah. But then I'm like, what if I forget though while I'm typing it? Like, man, that's why I just type it all out. And the card described him to a T. Oh, snap. Clarinda said that this helper of emotion is you, and that...
Don't mess with spirit.
I guess you also said that it sounds like you, so hey, I ain't gonna argue with that. Did you read the 5 of emotions?
And love. Who here always thought they were Cinderella and wanted that fairy tale? Me. I've always wanted that. I'm being dead serious. And that's why I feel like a part of my mom doesn't like me, because she knows I'm going to get the true love ending. Fairy tale.
Girl, I was talking to my mom about love the other day, and I'm like, she was like, I don't see why people gotta do this or do that or do this. I'm like, well, you know, maybe they just like love each other. She was like,
do this.
Huh? Well, it was as far as like PDA and stuff like that. She was like, I don't get why people like kiss each other or hold hands or do. I'm like, but they just like, that's a peck on the cheek. They're holding hands.
It can be quite annoying though. You can tell which ones are like this, like really annoying with it. Like never break their hands and they're like always together. I sense that too, and I'm like, ew, like get some independence. But the ones that are like together and they're like really independent, they love each other, and like they can go to a party and like someone can go chill over there with some people and then come together. Hey, baby, like kiss and like, you know, be apart but be together, because when they go home, they're going home together and sticking together, and they're, you know, does that make sense? Yeah. So that's kind of what I like.
Corona said yin and yang. That's you too. Same here, LOL.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I honestly, I might be super annoying in the beginning.
Oh, and I'll tell you. Trust me, I know you will.
I know you will.
Because I'll do it lovingly, but I'm just going to be like, no, not today. Can't do it. Don't. But.
Well, I don't know. I also have this thing where, like, my people, there are, like, very, 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 very few people that I can see or talk to and engage with every day and, like, not begin to just, like, kind of crack a little bit.
I don't think I have that either. I think everyone cracks a little bit.
Yeah.
I even crack with Ryan, you know, and I crack with Trevor when he's together too much, you know. I do like being alone.
Sending you me card that fell out. Ooh, Clarinda got a card that fell out for her. Okay. Ooh. I'll give it like 12 more minutes and then I gotta, like, you gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed.
Sounds good. I totally get it, man.
I wish, man, she said 8:30 in the morning. I said, why?
Bro, I want to dance more on my channel.
Huh?
I want to bring the African moves to my channel and, like, show you guys.
Yeah, when you got up and did that, I was like, oh, snap. And then who posted the dollar bill emojis?
I didn't see that, but that's cute. But it's crazy. My professors connected with me. Like, before I told you, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. And then the one came back, I was like, oh, she's arrogant. I don't know if I like her. But then today, it's like, I feel like it was like a power.
She's an Aquarius. That's what they do, kind of.
Yeah, it was like a power struggle thing, because, like, I do carry myself a little bit cocky sometimes, but I'm not trying to be. And she's very confident. She's kind of crazy and out there, and, you know, doesn't care what people think of her, but she's kind of a bitch. And I'm like, you know, you're funny as fuck, though. I like it. And then we really got along today. Like, when I said my mom says that all the time, keep moving. She's like, good mom, like, you got a great mom right there. I was like, thank you, I know. And we just connected. And then the guy teacher for intro dance, like, I don't know, like, I don't really speak up a lot, but, like, the way that I'm looking, like, he's, like, talking to me and, like, informing me because he knows I'm very interested.
Yeah. And, like, engaged.
I don't know, it's great. Yeah, like, I feel like I would be his friend.
I missed Chad dancing. That was last Thursday, I believe, where he got up and he showed us the move. But yeah, you can be like engaged and not talk, and like Leo and Aquarius naturally oppose, and so I feel like a lot of times you kind of sort of just like default to your Leo moon a little bit, and that can happen like whenever, because like the way I view it is like the sun is us when we are like shining, when we are our most confident, and then the moon is us when we're like trying to hide. And so, like, it's funny because in your case, when you hide, you, like, project more. And
I don't know. I feel like my moon is what puts me out there.
Yeah.
If you really truly knew me, like, if you want to know something, I'm a very quiet person. Like, I can be by myself and not speak. When I was a kid in class, like, people would be making so much noise, talking, and going crazy. And I would sit there with my legs crossed, like, reading my little books. Like, how I don't read, but I used to read kid books. Mm-hmm. And I said that I'm like, like, being so proper. I'm like, there's a side of me that you guys don't know. It's very chill.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I can, like, I get those vibes, like, whenever we go really late and you're just, like, there chilling. I'm like, okay.
Right. Yeah. That's where I get silent and stuff. But that Leo moon is, like, my flamboyant entertainment side. But I do need to put a saddle on it, and I have put that saddle on it. Mm-hmm. I just got to strap it down.
Well, I just think that, like, naturally, as you come more into yourself, then you kind of just like naturally pull from it because you don't necessarily need it.
But our self never ends, though. That's the thing I'm learning is like with spirit, we're like, it's infinity. Our minds are infinity. There's so much to learn, something new every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, It never stops. So how do you fulfill yourself? I don't think we truly ever do. I just think we enjoy our experience and we learn and we...
Yeah, I think it's an everyday thing, though.
It is, yeah.
Where I feel like there have definitely been some days where I'm like, I felt very like happy and satisfied, and with what happened that day, like I felt personally fulfilled within the day,
Right, exactly, and that's how it's supposed to go. Enjoy the day, take it day by day.
Because it evolves, like as we grow and evolve, like naturally, it grows and evolves and changes with us. It's almost like it's always in front of us, because we're never done growing and we're never done doing whatever.
Right, it's like when you're on the treadmill. Someone puts like a $100 bill in front of your face and you can never reach it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Moon in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius. Yes. Let me stop.
No, keep going. I like it.
But yeah, because for me, like, so whenever I get into my moon, that's when I get into my Taurus, and that's when I'm like super stubborn. I can isolate. Like I'm super dry. Don't really care. I'm over everything.
I've seen it come out in little like bits and pieces, but now it's full and stack.
Yeah. And so like when you reached out to me that one day, like when I was processing, I think it actually like triggered my moon, and then my Mars is in Cancer, and Cancers can retreat to like their home, their shell, or whatever. But I was like, that's when that like Taurus kind of kicked in. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do, and
I was like, no, you're not. I was like, come back. I was like, Jack, come back. We can both fit on this board, and we really can.
Yeah.
The board is big enough.
Yeah. But man, what was
it's so cool. It's so cool how it happened.
Yeah. And I was telling my one friend about it, and she was like, well, how did you two meet? And I was like, well, this is going to make me sound like a creep, I feel like. But it was just like something...
Kids. Yeah, stalked me. You found me, got to know me.
Yeah, it was so weird though, because I was like, and and I don't even pay attention to the chat when I watch a video back, because it was streamed live, but I didn't watch it live. And then like the video isn't even there anymore. I looked for it, it's gone. I'm like, I'm just trying to prove that, I'm not whatever, but it's fine. And she was like, wow, maybe like you two knew each other in a past life. And I was like,
well, I think so.
And she was like, yeah, maybe that's why, like, you know, like you felt that. I was like, and like I guess we've kind of sort of talked about like reincarnation, like way, way, way back in the day.
What
But
if they're like kings in like an African culture?
huh?
But I do have Egyptian roots too. But I feel like connecting with the African culture, a part of me feels like that's home too.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but
like,
you know, things just do not happen. And I'm taking this class for a reason. And it's at that moment where I did the hermit mode, where I said I find myself.
mm-hmm.
Well, this is like, hey, spirit, you just found it.
Man.
Like spirit saying, hey, Chad, you just found it. You know.
Oh, let me read Clorinda's cards real quick.
Yeah.
So Clorinda, what came out is the Ace of Emotion. It says, this cherub is announcing that a wonderful new emotional experience is coming into your life. You may meet someone new who makes your heart flutter, or your current relationship will experience a reawakening. It's also possible that your intuitive abilities will be greatly increased by your open heart. I believe that 100%.
I don't right now.
You don't believe that an open heart increases your intuitive abilities?
Oh, yeah, it does. But I feel like right now Spirit kind of said, hey, like, we're taking the back seat. Like, you got this?
Oh, yeah. I like, that's something that came up when I pulled cards for Blue and Rose. It was like, because I don't remember what it was. Something came out in reverse, and I was like, if you're looking for a sign as to like what the answer is right now, like it's not gonna come because they're sitting in the back and they're waiting like to see what you do. And I feel like that's kind of sort of universal because it's like, you know, a lot of the stuff we already know.
Well, it's like 2019. I think we all got prepared, and now Spirit's like, hey, they prepared you. If you studied, you know, you're going to do well, but if you didn't listen, like, you might have to do another year of studying.
Right. And if y'all have been on my channel, I did my part, and I said we need to be working on our own internal sense of guidance and stuff. And because, like, when 2020 comes, if we're not on it internally and if we got to wait for somebody else to tell us what to do, it's going to slow down.
Yeah, like you said, that door's shutting.
I mean, I ain't gonna say that door is shut, but
it is. Like, everyone has their own door. Are you gonna get in there and reach it and shut it, or are you getting left out?
Yeah.
I feel like we already came through our door, and we're just like looking through the peephole after it's shut. Like, damn, I feel bad for those people.
Girl, I wouldn't say that, but and then on the bottom, huh?
I've been feeling like that a lot lately. Like, I've been feeling bad for people, especially people I see on the streets. I'm like, why am I feeling like this?
Yeah. So I think on the bottom of the deck for Clorinda was the Two of Thought. Your angels have noticed that you're not moving forward. You have multiple options that you're reviewing, and you seem to be unable to choose. Ask your angels for signs as to what direction to take, or just listen to your own inner voice. Probably listen to your own inner voice because, like we just said, I don't know if angels are giving signs right now.
Here, let me ask. Hey, angels, are we still getting signs? No, I don't think
so. Deep down, you know what to do. But, like, it's funny because I don't think... It is interesting, though. But because it's like... I don't know if I've necessarily gotten... Like, I haven't really gotten any signs, like, low-key. Of, like, the next thing to do. I feel like I've been asking, like, what's my next thing? What's my next thing? What's my next thing? And it's not really coming. But from within, there are these things that I know I should be doing. Yeah. But it's like when I start to do the things that I'm supposed to be doing, then I get like so many synchronicities that are like, yes, this is it. Keep going. So, I don't know. They'll validate and they'll give you a sync, but...
Oh, well, they were like, oh my God, bro. You don't understand. When I was in hermit mode, all I heard was the signs. It was like every fucking commercial, every movie on the guide would link up and make a sentence, and then every commercial would say something, and I'm like, you're fucking talking to me.
When you went on a break, like I had never heard Britney Spears on TV until went on a break.
Yes, I know.
And then I'm like, I'm in there talking to my mom, and then Britney come on. I'm like...
And it's giving a sign.
Yeah.
That's the part. She said, give me a sign. Like, what the hell?
Right? I'm like, I'm trying to live my life.
But I love it though, because like if Spirit is flattered enough to come here and talk to us, like you're more than welcome.
Oh snap! That's a white horse. That's a white horse, Clorinda.
What?
Clorinda pulled. Are these the romance angels? Romance cards are for you both. How true. Clorinda pulled the romance
This is
angels.
the last one.
And free yourself
It's a
with the
white.
white horse is on there. Like, oh snap.
Oh my god.
It's time to take back control of your life on it. Past life
That
relationship.
white freaking horse though, like
You have known each other before.
why the white horse? I don't get it.
I don't know. You. Well, cause okay, so when I was doing my whole Akashic Records thing last night, cause I remember when we were talking last time, I pulled the Chariot, or not when we were talking, when I was live that one time, and I had the vice versa, I pulled the Chariot, and I was like, there's one white one and one black one, and then the back of the High Priestess came up with the two fires, and there were a lot of like two things. And you're like, I was like, and you were like, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of white horses, so I'm doing my own thing. And I was like, well, I don't know. With the cards, I'm kind of getting that like there's something that you can do where it's like you work alongside someone else, but your thing is still your. Oh, no, it just cut out. Maybe his phone died. That's rude. Wow. Wow. It just cut. There we go. Okay, now it's gonna go on everything. I don't know why it's not ringing.
My bad. I
Hey.
always forget I can't press the close my screen button.
Oh yeah, when it's on.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry, what
they
were you
can
saying?
still hear you. So that night when say something.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, okay. So that night when the cards came out and you were like, I was like, I feel like there's something that like you can do what you're doing alongside someone else doing what they're doing, and it doesn't necessarily whatever. And you're like, no, white horses mean freedom. I was like, okay.
Wait, what I say?
You were like, white horses mean freedom. Like, no, I think I'm supposed to be doing my own thing, like freedom and stuff. Like, I was like, okay, yeah. But and then the back of the High Priestess came out again, and then the Lovers came out, like the back of the Lovers are the moon or something like that. But then you've been seeing the white horses, and while I was doing the Akashic record readings, the dark horse came out, and then I got the feeling I was like, okay, so this is like because there are two horses in the Chariot card. There's the white horse and the dark horse.
Right.
And naturally they go in like opposite directions, or they don't necessarily go in the same direction, but it's the charioteer that like puts them together and makes them go forward. And then I was like, oh, I'm the dark horse, or like what popped into my head was like the dark horse of the chariot pair.
Katy Perry. But that's awesome though.
Because that's the name of the. No, first it was actually confirmed because first the Shining Quarry came up, which is a dark horse because the knights are horses in that deck, and that's when I was like, oh, the dark horse of the chariots, like two horses. And then in the next round, because there were 12 rounds to these readings, that's why it took me like 3 hours and 40 minutes to get through all of them. But then the actual card, the Seven of Wands, titled "The Dark Horse" came out. I was like, "Oh snap! What? That's crazy!"
That is fucking wild.
Yeah. So I got a few dark horses last night, and you've been seeing white horses.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. We live life. You guys moving forward together. We'll see, Clorinda.
We are.
Let me stop. Yeah.
I mean, literally though, we are.
And then,
we
like
all
when
are.
you pulled those cards, because with you pulled the Hermit and the Fool, and I was like, well, those are kind of like, and like you were actually the one that said it. You were like, those are two contrasting energies because you have the Fool who's making the leap and the Hermit who's like not really going anywhere, who is reflecting inward. And I was like,
grounded
wow.
and analyzing.
Yeah. And then the sun and the moon came out, and I showed you that one. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was cool. That was beautiful too.
And you were like, I thought you said that you weren't into tarot. And I was like, I wasn't into it. And you were like,
Well,
that
when I
looks
first
into
met you,
it.
you're like, you said your mom would get mad at you or something.
Yeah. Well, see,
guess
I was
that's
in
it.
an apartment for a while. I was on campus. But I just
Oh,
came
yeah.
back home now. So since I came home, I actually like told her about it before I came home.
Yeah.
And she took it a little better than I thought. So I can still pull cards and not have to hide it, which
That's
is really
good.
cool. Yeah. But that was it. Oh, it's 1-3. It's 1:34. Oh my gosh, I'm 4 minutes over. 1, 2, 3, 4. My time.
See,
Oh
this is what
snap!
happens when I get on. See, this is what happens when I get on. We talk forever,
I know.
and we end up staying till like 7 o'clock, and like
Yeah, that
just
is not
talk.
happening. Okay, so we're about to shut this down.
Okay.
Any
Final
last
thoughts.
thoughts? From my
Tomorrow.
special
Are you
guest?
excited?
Yes, let's go. Let's see if I can remember the clues because it's been a minute.
Oh yeah.
Clue number 1 was the tree stump. I don't know
Yep.
what that's about. You just said there's a tree stump that comes in tomorrow. I was like, oh snap. Clue number 2, you said the Divine Feminine was making a list.
Yeah.
Clue number 3 was the title of the video, which is like when one door closes, the right door opens.
Yep. Damn, you keep really good track of this shit.
Well, I mean, I only remember those 3 because Kelly T came back and I had to give her the recap.
Right.
Clue number 4, though. Man, well, I know clue number 6, like the same crystal came out.
Right.
Clues 4 and 5. Clue, was it about? I don't remember 4 and 5.
I forget too. I literally thought there was only 4, and then I got to 6. I was like, oh, okay.
And you'd be like, "Hey, you guys want clue number 4? Here's the crystal." I was like, actually, this is clue number 6. I've been keeping track in the back.
Oh my god! All these people came and disliked my videos.
When?
Like the premiere that's happening tomorrow, 4 people came and disliked it. The Britney Spears had 1 dislike, 4 people came and disliked it. And the That's So Thursdays from tonight, 5 people came and disliked it. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Stay in your lanes.
It's interesting because there's this energy. It's funny because there are the people who will warn you of Icarus. Don't get so full of yourself. Like, if you fly so high, you're gonna get too close to the sun, and then your wings will melt, and you'll plummet to the earth and die.
Well, we're all dying, so that sounds like a pretty iconic way.
Okay, well, my point is that like these wings aren't made of wax. We're going home.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, well, I don't know why that came out that way, but I guess that's my point.
No, like we are, and you know what? The rest can like be lost without their home. Because if you're not going to find it, then stay lost.
Wow. Best of luck, though. Like, send you love and light.
It comes with the territory, you know?
Yeah.
If you're not getting a ton of dislikes, like, I mean, that's not a ton at all, but I'm just saying, if you're not getting that hate, then it means you're not growing. I mean, look at every big channel has a ton of dislikes, like 1,000 and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, come on. I don't really care about that. The only thing that's annoying is just like, you stay on my channel, like, trying to dislike that, like, go find a hobby.
Yeah, they don't realize, Cornda says they don't realize they have still brought people to your channel. So it's a positive thing, I say. I mean, honestly, it is. Because, like, it's views, it's engagement.
I truly don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's just like...
I remember when I got that one dislike, and you kind of went off. I was like, sis, calm down. Huh?
When?
You don't remember when I got that one dislike and you went off? And you said, like...
Oh, yeah, my bad. That was, like, really sassy times.
Yeah. I was like, oh, thank you, but it's not that serious.
Yeah.
But that's when I was like, oh, snap. Like, wow. Dude will, like, kind of sort of low-key. Not even, like, low-key, but, like, the lion will come out and it will pounce.
Yeah.
It'll go on the hunt. But I think that's another thing, like, because you sent me that one video of you and Cash, and that was adorable.
Oh my god, yeah, I love that. when I was joking around, I'm like, you're on drugs? And he's like, no, like, trying to tell him. I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah. Like, I was literally just messing with him.
Yeah. And he was like, don't do drugs. Drugs will kill you. Some will kill you. I was like,
the thing is Cash and I are about to be like little hams. Yeah. You know, like Cash has a lot to offer too, and I think he is kind of into the tarot, so you never know if he would get into it. But besides that, I feel like we're great guys.
Yeah.
And we're so alike, so it's like, you know, I got my family, I got my friends, I got a successful channel. I got a great guy. I don't have to worry about shit.
Who is this great guy?
Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
Who is he?
Like I have a great
My precious. I had to say it once.
My precious. No, that's not how he. Hold on. My Gollum voice is so rusty. Or Smeagol, as you find out later. Oh, sorry, spoilers.
Honestly, I've not really watched a lot of the Batmans.
I've seen them one time through because, like, when I would work on campus over the summer, I would move into the dorm really early, so I just like go and get movies from the front and watch stuff. That's when I watched all the Harry Potter movies because I couldn't watch it growing up because witchcraft.
Damn, like a lot of my friends were like that too. Like they couldn't watch Charmed because of witchcraft. Or, like,
yeah, I was actually like I've lost Charmed and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I've lost both, and I love both of those shows. And my mom was like, "What are you watching in here?"
As long as I wasn't watching porn, which I got caught doing, because you know what? There was this website. I was trying to go to Cinderella.com, and it was a porn site. And then it wouldn't, like, my computer froze, and I'm trying to get it off, and, like, Ryan's sitting there, and I think I had another buddy sitting there, and, like, we're literally, like, 8. And then I got grounded, and my mom kept calling me, pervert or something else. But I was like, what the fuck, like, stop. I just want to go to Cinderella.com.
Man. But yeah, it's I don't know, it kind of blows my mind. I think it's going to blow my mind every day for the rest of my life, and it's wild, and I'm ready. That's crazy.
What?
Just how much things have just like changed.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I still feel like myself.
Yeah, I feel like. Well, because earlier you said, you know, like you've made some changes for the better. Yeah. And I just kind of feel like, I guess there are ways that I have changed. But also, I just kind of sort of like feel better, or like some of the choices that I used to make like aren't even choices anymore. Because I'm just like, I don't know. There's just some things where it's like,
we're too wise for it now.
I guess.
I know it sounds weird saying that at a young age, saying wise, but it's true.
Oh well, yeah, for sure. Hey, it's 1:42 a.m. on 124.
We should probably call it night at 2.
Yeah, for sure. Because that'll be one here. I can get about, 7 hours of sleep, shower real quick.
Oh, I'm sleeping in tomorrow. Best believe.
I do want to just text my grandma and be like, hey, if I...
You're like, I'll meet you there. And then never come. Be like, damn, I slept through. Or you should just go. And then, like, come home and nap and feel good about yourself.
Yeah, I will.
That's always an option, too. And you really should, because I want to follow that energy as well. And, like, follow your steps and get into that gym again, but I don't have a membership.
Oh, girl, like, the way that they work, the way that worked out is crazy. Because, so I've been giving Spirit all these excuses.
I know you have. Like, boxes fall.
I was like, like, I'm not working yet. I had a little bit of money from after school, and that little bit of money is like gone. So I'm gonna start looking for work. I was like, well, I'm not working yet, so like the food that I eat has to be cheap, and the cheap food is the bad food. Honestly, McDonald's, you can get a whole McChicken for $1. But then my mom goes on this thing.
You feel gross when you do that consecutively,
Yeah, but like I went through a period of time where I was like, this is what my life is right now. So.
Oh, same here, absolutely.
I'm grateful that I have this at least. Yeah. But now my body is just like rejecting it because it's like, no, like you know better. You told us you were going to do better. So.
I love that.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't have the funds. So then like my mom just sort of gets on this kick where she's like eating better. And so now I'm eating better because she's eating better.
You need to start reading some cards for people. Honestly, I'm sorry. You can make a little bit of
It's
revenue for
been
yourself.
popping.
And
It's been like
good.
it's been a thought in my head, and every time it pops in, I'm just like I push it back out.
I know you do, but the thing is like you're so good. And you said you don't want to read about love. Well, it's like you have so much more to offer than just love. I think that I'm trying to work at that because I only really talk about love, but you have so much more to offer. And if you need money, people would pay for you. You know? And it doesn't have to be quick at all. It can be a little bit people here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like, you know that. And I know it's hard to, like, accept money for that. Because in the beginning, I was like that too. I was like, you know, this is weird, accepting money that I feel like is, in a way, easy money, but not easy. Like, you know, you have to be good at it, and you are good at it.
Yeah.
But, you know, in the beginning, I was giving out reads for $1.11. And people were buying that shit, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's because it was really cheap, but the thing is, like, you have a really good gift. And people would pay for that gift.
No, thank
and
you.
It would put a little bit of a safety net underneath you, too.
Claire says, I agree, you need to do this, Patrick. Oh, you're talking about the food and the... No, she's probably talking about the cards.
And all on your time, though. You know, no pressure, no anxiety, just you flowing, feeling good.
Yeah, and I guess... you know, I don't know if you ended up watching that video, but there is this 14-ish minute video. It's a bit. That's my Mercury in Pisces in retrograde in the 12th house.
Wait, what video?
It was an Abraham Hicks video, and it was said something about like earning versus attracting.
Oh, I put that on my watch later. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, but she talks about how like, you know, growing up we're always taught and we're always told that like making money has to be hard and it has to be difficult, and like getting the things you want has to be like a struggle and you have to hate your job and stuff like this. And she was like, you know, that's not the case. It doesn't have to be that at all.
I've never accepted that, and I think that's another reason why people don't like me that much, because I will never ever sit mundane and do shit that I don't like, because fuck that. And people shouldn't.
That really rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
It does, but
because it's like, you know, you should give up on your dreams and be miserable and bitter and like me. I'm like, oh yeah, no thanks.
Or you could go out and
why is the category entertainment now? Oh my gosh, the category for the video switched to entertainment. It's supposed to be people in blogs or
blogs. Oh, I used to be entertainment, but technically it is entertainment though, you know.
I guess.
And if you do read for people, you have to have a disclaimer.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people have those, and I was like, oh, that might be a legal thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I feel like if you don't have that, people can try to sue you if they do something.
I am not a licensed professional, but
I'm trying to look up like a no racism type of poster. But what should I type into Google? Like melting pot, like poster, or
just
like I'm trying to look for the hands that were white and black that were like shaking when I was like a little kid. I told you about.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could probably just put like no racism or something like that. It might pop up. Hello? Are you back? Oh my gosh. Hello? Okay. Alright. We're back. I don't think so.
Oh, I heard like a noise.
It was a little echo. It's an echo. So yeah, but with the food thing, like my mom starts eating better, and then I was like, I want to start moving, and then my grandma gets a gym membership that includes a visitor, so that's why I'm going with her.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm her
visitor.
But
I don't even know how to spell racism.
RACISM.
I know, but I don't know. I put RASISM, I think, and I'm like, that's really fucking cool. I don't know.
So yeah, spirits, like, they're doing all these kind of things. It's like, okay, no excuses. What's your excuse now? What's your excuse now? I'm like,
oh, they won't get an excuse from me. I'm not about to show here. I'm about to be like with my A+ paper, like, hi. And I'm gonna be like, I love you. I'm gonna be like, I really love you. You know?
Yeah. So we have 11 minutes left. The time just flies. I always love this so much.
Well, that's another reason why I was like, I need a hermit, because me and you were talking day in, day out, and I'm like, I need to, like, I'm about to start again. I just did 24 videos. I'm like, I need to, like, not talk to anyone for a second so I can just put myself back together and start this school and start this new cycle, and then I'll come back in and integrate back in to where we are now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love talking to you. Like, we talked forever.
That makes sense, though. I get it. And I got it.
I know you do.
At first, I was like, yeah, same. And it just, like, it hit me in a way that I did not anticipate being hit. What
do you mean?
I don't know. I thought I would be, like, a lot better at it than I was. I was like, where's Chad? Like, I miss him.
And that's another thing that kind of scared me as well. I felt a lot of people, like, wanting or needing to talk to me or needing to, like, hear from me. And I'm like, oh, that's taking a lot out of me right now. Like, and it's not just you. It was, like, a lot of people, you know, emails, Facebook Messenger, even Twitter. So I was just like, okay, I got to, like, take a step back, turn my phone off, and go to Canada and just, like, gamble and win some money, which was cool.
I mean, like, and after you told me about that, I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, and then I got that restraining order. And we're sitting at the Border Patrol. I hate that.
But yeah, that was like, what? Within a 48-hour time span, we probably talked for like 40, between like 40 and 45 of those hours.
I would probably say 44 just because it's repeating, and that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know, it would have been, because 48 hours is 2 days. I slept like 3 hours. You slept like, I don't know how long. And then there was like a little bit of time before I got back, and I was like, hey, and then we were like talking again. I was like, okay. Oh, yeah, you said you didn't sleep that night.
No, I didn't. And the thing is like, I was going through that Trevor thing too.
Yeah.
And then I reconnected with him after I got back to Canada because I was late for my classes that day at Border Patrol, so I didn't make it. Mm-hmm. And that felt good too. And then, you know.
Things are definitely. I was like, oh my gosh, things are turning around. I love it.
Me too. They definitely did turn.
Yeah. I feel like there have been moments where I've kind of like utilized MySpace in a way that I never would have thought to utilize it. And it was kind of sort of like low-key, I guess high-key, because of that day, because of Christmas when you called and like I said what I said, and then like, you know, I started feeling some type of way. And then I connected to you in that space. And in that space, I was like, because, like, I know you know who I am.
Right.
But in that space, I'm like, I want you to, like, not, like, to see me, but, like, I know you know this, and you know I know you know this.
Well, that's why I sent it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew you were the only one that would not turn your back on me, even though that you said that you were, you know, taking that little hermit. And I was like, no, you're trying to walk away from me, and everyone's doing that, so don't do that. When I asked, you know, and you heard me out and we like understood.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I kind of like showed you like, hey, I need you.
Bro, that like broke my heart. And I honestly,
I cry a lot.
Huh?
I cry a lot.
I know.
You'll come home one day, I'll be crying. What's wrong with it? They just got married.
And they're like, oh my gosh, like let's rewind it and watch.
Girl, no, we can't both be crying.
Why not?
We're gonna have that Pisces energy where we're like too magnetic and we're gonna start going crazy.
Oh.
Like, you know how magnets like start swiveling.
It's funny that you say, wow, now that I think about it, because there's like 2 fish in Pisces, right? And we're both Pisces.
Right. Ooh,
and I was just, because I'm always like, it's so weird that like we're never in the same space at the same time. Like whenever like we come out of our center, like if like we get upset or like angry, like weepy, like one of us starts to cry, it's like honestly like low key, like it'll hit you first.
But right now, don't you feel pretty equal?
Yeah, I feel like
equal.
Yeah.
No one's like up, no one's down. We're just kind of sitting steady at the teeter totter, like talking.
Yeah, we're chill. We're just like, you know, everything's good in the little pine.
I like the teeter totter analogy because those are fun. Everyone likes to go up and down, and there has to be balance, you know.
Yeah.
And I love playgrounds.
But I was like, wow, it's so interesting that like when you're mad, like you'll get mad first, and then it'll hit me the next day. I'm like, well, I'm glad you're calm today, because I'm not. Yeah. I do, and I got a lot of Taurus in my chart, so I do like when I start to get heated, like it can be a lot.
Oh, when I fully see you heated, it's about to be like a bull, like probably way more heated than I could ever get, because you're about to like butt that person with your head, and I'm like never taking physical action, so you're probably gonna be way more heated when I fully see it. I'm like, damn.
I'm just like, I just hope it doesn't happen. Because like one of the only times I really get like really, really mad, like I do have a kind of sort of like mean protective streak in me.
Yeah.
And like I remember when some of the stuff first started happening, and when it kicked in me, I was like, whoa, I haven't felt like this in a long time. And I was just like, I don't know if I like this. This is too much. I don't know. I can handle this.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I had that today where I was like, I got that. Well, it was like about that memory I told you with Sean, where I was like, my stomach dropped and it was disgusting. I didn't like it. I was like, felt like back at square one. I was like, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
It's different in a sense, but.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's really cool. Why are we talking about Pisces? Oh, because you said we can't both be crying. Well, I mean, we can both happy cry. I think that'll be fine. We can hold each other in happy cry.
True.
It's just like, okay.
But I think we'll never stop crying, though. Like, as an empath, we'll, like, feed off each other, and then we're always crying. Then I'll just have to get on my Leo moon and, like, saddle up and be like, all right, let's go, we're out.
Probably.
Put on a different movie.
I mean, we'll give ourselves, like, 5 minutes, And it's like, okay, one of us has to pull it together.
Here, let's do something really fun. What movie am I going to show you first when we hang out? And would you mind Scary?
Oh, no, I wouldn't mind. Did I already tell you that, like, I wouldn't mind Scary? Because I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but a part of me feels like you're just saying that you wouldn't mind Scary because you know how much I love Scary.
No, I actually, like, and I don't know if it's because my eyes are getting worse. But, like, because so my freshman year, my freshman year, 2016-17, I was an RA.
Okay.
And one of my residents, a few of my residents I got really close to. And one of them loves horror movies. So he's always like, let's watch something scary. Let's watch something scary. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, fine, whatever. But when we go like I told you, I've been to see It and It Chapter 2. I saw The Nun, A Quiet Place. I think those are the only like horror genre movies I've seen in the past few years. But I go there and I'm just like, a lot of horror movies are so dark that I can't even like really see anything for most of the movie anyway.
True.
And then they like
part of some of them, the lighting is horrible.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a really good lighting person. And that's an art. It really is a technique in art.
Yeah. Or it'll get to the point where like a scare is coming. And so especially if it's in a theater, I find more entertainment in like everyone else screaming and like
Oh, same. Oh, I can't wait to like have a movie directed by me and like watch the audience and see what parts they scream at. Like I'm so excited to make them scream.
Yeah.
And laugh.
Because I went to see it with a group of friends, which that was wild because I didn't necessarily think I would do that.
Did you like it?
The first one, I enjoyed it a lot because of the people I went with.
Okay, so the experience you made.
Yeah, because like they were screaming like the whole time.
Right, so it was hype.
Yeah, and there was like we were like maybe 20 minutes into the movie. Or maybe it was like half an hour. I don't remember how long the movie was, but one of my friends was like, yo, like, we still have an hour and a half left in this movie. I don't know if I can do it. And then her boyfriend at the time, he was like, hey, bro, like, I'm about to grab her leg. Watch her jump. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
I want to do that. I miss going to the movies with a group of friends.
Yeah, that was, I think, like the first time, honestly, I ever done it. And that was the summer of 2017.
Oh my God, can I tell you about this? When I saw Get Out?
Yeah.
I saw Get Out with one of my girlfriends, Ashley, and I think we went down in Westland, but I was the only white person in the theater. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and you know Get Out, and I'm like, oh God, like, this is kind of awkward, but the movie is fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
and the crowd was hyped as shit. And I think that was the last time I was in a crowd that like screamed and got rowdy.
Yeah.
Because every time I go now, they're always like boring or people aren't there.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'd definitely be down for a horror movie, and it's not just because you like horror movies.
Well, I'm gonna show you a lot. That's been pretty
Huh?
much what I do with my boyfriends. I like show them all the movies. Like sometimes, like a night, like a movie night, I always pick like a movie or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I want you to get to know me and like where I come from, where my ticks come from, where my characteristics come from. It's based on people I admire
Mm-hmm.
and want to be like.
Oh, it's 2:00. I don't want to stop.
I know, me either. I feel like I'm like telling you some personal stuff.
We can just 10 more minutes.
Okay. You've never seen Jawbreaker, have you?
No.
Okay, that'll be the first.
Okay. That's not a horror movie, is it?
No, I definitely do love some comedies. And I love,
Have you ever seen what's the movie with all the girls who are named the same thing? Heathers.
Oh yes, I have that.
Is that good?
I love it. It's from the 80s. It's kind of boring sometimes, but I genuinely like it. It's more so about the story and the plot.
Mm-hmm.
But Jawbreaker is better in my opinion. Just because, like, you watch it on Blu-ray and surround sound on the big TV, like, the editing and the music is so great, and it's, like, a really good time.
Hey, Clorinda.
Hi,
Clorinda
babe.
did say yin and yang. I think when I was talking about how, like...
Chad and Patrick are the new yin and yang. That's what the world's going to be like, oh, my God. You know when they say orange is the new pink? Like, Chad and Patrick.
Chad and Patrick. It's not about that twin flame anymore. It's about Chad and Patrick.
Oh, Chad Trick. Chad Trick. Sounds good.
Stop. Okay. Clorinda's just reminding us that she's here. Hey, Clorinda.
Clorinda is here, and I'm here, and you're here.
Yeah.
We're all here.
And there's 3 people in the chat. Oh my gosh. Let me stop.
Is that me, you, and her?
Well, I don't think I count as in the chat, so...
Are you on the chat, like, on your phone or on your computer?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I'm just broadcasting.
It's fine.
But did I tell you about, like, one of my friends? She was like, oh my gosh, I saw your live last night. I was like, what, girl? You ain't saying nothing. I'm shutting this down.
You did. You told me about that.
She's like, no, you were awesome. I'm like, oh.
I think that's your next challenge right there, man.
What?
Opening up and, like, letting people see your gift. A little bit. Little by little. Because it's really something to be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Say yes. Say yes, sir.
That ain't how this works.
Please.
Thank you, Chad.
I'll say yes, sir. Back. I'll say absolutely.
Absolutely.
I can be very, very good-mannered. Trust me.
You the type of dude that I can bring home to meet my mom.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Trust me, that is a very good part of me that I can present to the parents of the family. And then, like, the part that's the private part is so fun, too.
Did I told you about that dream at the amusement park or whatever, right? That was so hard.
Refresh me.
Well, it was just like I was with my mom, and then, like, you were there, and then she went up and she was like, oh, hey, Chad, and you were like, hey, and she might have hugged you, or like y'all might have hugged, I don't remember. And I was just kind of standing there watching y'all talk.
I'm a hugger.
I'm
a full embracer hugger, because I don't deal with that awkward, like, handshake or what are we doing type thing. I'm just like, nah, bring it in.
Have you ever gotten a side hug?
What do you mean? Like, where it's just like one arm?
Like that Christian side hug?
No.
It's real. The Christian side hug is real. There was a whole video about the Christian side hug. It's real. I
don't know what that is.
It's a side hug. So instead of like a full frontal like side like front hug, because it's like, and if you don't know what it is, like you're going in for the front, but then they kind of like hit you with the side.
Oh, forget all that. Miss me with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm very religious anymore. I don't think I'm going to be very religious that much. Like, I believe in God and stuff, but I think I'm becoming more spiritual. I think there's aspects from every religion that make sense.
Yeah.
And there's aspects of every religion that I think doesn't.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of want to just live through spirit and do what I'm guided to do.
Oh my goodness, I'm sending you the cards that fell out for you guys.
Oh,
In
Lord.
all caps. We have 6 minutes.
6
For
minutes.
sure. Even though I enjoy this
Oh,
time.
I'll just be hanging up.
Ooh, you will. You will too. I know it.
Yeah. Because the thing about me is like, all right, bye, and then the next day you're like, hey, I'm back.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about me. I'm a little wanderer, but I always come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like a kid in a mall who got lost but finds her mom. Chad Patrick. Financial constraints. Interesting.
Oh, that's a 13. 13
Will
has
I
been
be a
popping
failure
up.
next week, or will I be successful? Find out in the thoughts of my mom whether I do good or not.
Bro.
And Patrick, gotta find a job.
I do.
But you could just muster up that courage and come up on here and make that little change. You like this. This is fun.
It is.
This is our life.
So that feeling kind of, what was, hold on, let me like really quick see if I can find exactly where that picture came out.
Alright.
Because I sent you the picture twice. But when it came out, I was like, well, you know, because like I've been looking for somebody. Well, I didn't even know that I wanted somebody to go. It was the one with the Hermit, the Dark Horse, and the Three of Pentacles.
I'm going to be honest, those cards just do not resonate with me.
Girl, these cards are just like...
We have a different style.
Yeah, we do.
You know?
And I feel like they're still like above me. It's like a deck that
They're definitely high class.
Yeah. And like it's just so heavily packed with like symbolism and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I never get to look at it full through. Like if I saw it with my hands and eye to eye, I probably would like it more, but I never get to like actually analyze it. So it kind of just looks like so much is going on in the cards.
Yeah. But I do like love that, like, you know, we have like kind of like, you know, you have your vibe and I have my vibe. And then I saw you, what was that, the Enema Mundi deck?
Yeah.
When you clarified for last Friday? I was like, what is this black and white deck? You said you don't have black and white decks.
It's not black and white.
Well, it's some of them are kind of like grayscale. Seem like.
True. I bought them because I wanted more masculine energies. I wanted more earthy energies.
So those actually came out for the Path to Greatness section of the reading. And that's when I was like, wow, well, like, I don't know. It was interesting. I didn't say anything, did I?
T minus P3.
What?
The club is closing in 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like last call.
Last call. So yeah, this mess was so deep. I didn't even end up pulling any cards. I don't think you did either. But
what if we made a tarot bar one time? What if we got that successful and we made like a tarot bar?
Where like instead of a casino, we have like live readers.
Exactly. And then you know there's a bar where you can get drinks at, but then you can also like there's tarot readers behind the bar that are bartenders.
Yeah.
That would be our little place.
That would be like kind of cute, honestly.
That would really.
I actually still have you pulled up on my monitor. Excuse me, because I'm live on my laptop. But I got Chad in a red shirt and glasses. I was like, oh,
I've never worn that red shirt. It's never fit me right, and tonight it fit me right.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
I have a red shirt from my freshman year of high school that still fits. It always fits. I'm like, what?
Red's my favorite, man.
Yeah, but it's like the only shirt that I have that's like that still fits. I mean, it's still like beat up because you know it's old, but
right.
One card and a beer, please. Okay, that'll be $25,000.
Oh, girl.
Let me stop.
25 cents. You're good.
This is our last minute. So thank you again to my special guest, Chad Tarot from Chad Tarot, or Chad from Chad Tarot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clorinda, for being in here. Also, shout out to Chad Tarot for being in the chat earlier.
Shout out to Clorinda. She's beautiful.
Yeah, for the cards.
She's the star.
Check out Clorinda M101.
Don't check out Chad Tarot. He is vile and disgusting and a fraud. Don't go there.
Well, I hope you're not trying to make me shut you down on my channel because no one comes in and talks about Chad Tarot like that. I'm sorry. I do respect my guests, but we don't tolerate the disrespect.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. But yeah, go to Clorinda M101 if you want your situation clarified. She'll pull a few Clarindifiers.
If you just want some cupcakes.
Yes.
You know, your sweet tooth.
Oh, it's 210.
It's 209 over here, so.
Okay. Hey, let's not even look at the clock.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Okay, hold on.
What, are you gonna hang up?
No. I'm gonna say this line, I'm gonna hang up.
Okay.
But it's gonna be blocked out. And there's a lot of swearing, so. PSA.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
I look for 2 weeks.
Look, you were being unbelievable. I was walking out on you. I was cold. I took your jacket. So, did you really know I'm psycho, obsessive, controlling, and that's about jacket?
Then fucking take it, because I read fucking Freeze, then fucking hear about it again.
Oh. Is that Rose?
Yeah.
Hey.
Fuck no. I just love how she says fuck. And you know what? I'm going to tell you real quick. I love this movie. She stole the guy's jacket. The whole movie he asks her, like, did you take my jacket? And now he's finally asking, like, did you check the pocket? And she's checking the pocket.
Is it a ring?
And it's the ring.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
How did I know it was a ring?
Yep. I got to show you this one, too.
What is that one? Wait.
Planet Terror.
Oh.
When she gets a gun for her leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a dancer. And
did Megan Fox also get a gun for her leg in a movie? Or no?
No.
So that is the movie I was actually thinking about then.
Yeah.
Because when she had a gun on her leg, I was like, wait, I've seen a trailer for this.
Yeah.
All right. So I appreciate the extra minute, my guy, because I know you will hang up in a hot second.
Well, I'm going to hang up after this scene because they're about to make some hot love.
Oh, snap.
And I think that's a good way for me to exit. You know? Like, it's about to get real spicy, so I love you guys. Enjoy this, and I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, we love you too.
I love you.
I guess we just hear the music.
Alright, they're butt naked right now. They're getting it. Alright, love you guys.
Alright, bye. Okay, well, I will give myself 3 minutes to shut this down just because I'm so terrible at shutting stuff down. It seems like I say bye like 15 million times. But thank you again, everyone. Excuse me for being here. I hope everyone has a lovely, fantastic evening, morning, or night, whenever you are, or wherever is appropriate for you, whatever is appropriate for where you are geographically located. No problem, Chad. Thank you for gracing me with your presence as always. It's always a pleasure, and I always appreciate it. And yeah, I will catch y'all later. Wish me luck at Planet Fitness. I mean, I'm going with my grandma, so we ain't going like ham, right? And I can always nap afterwards, so it'll be fine. All right, have a lovely night. I love you both. And we will chat sometime later, I'm sure. Bye.